stretch leher चाहिए. Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84 and FiOS 35 at 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. That's 1:30 New York time. As you can see, we have the same group of yoga addicts right here stretching with you. Our special guest, a very popular yoga teacher and one of my early yoga teachers in New York, Jill Camera. I adore your teaching. I adore you as a person as well. Thank you so much for being here 3 times in a row, 3 days, one after the other, back to back. It's been an amazing experience.
Well, thank you, Bano. Always a pleasure.
We're really, truly looking forward to it today. Nori Jung to my immediate right. Nori is a black belt, and I keep saying that because I'm terrified. She's sitting next to me now too, so I better watch myself, right? Nori is a black belt in 3 of the martial arts. I think it's Taekwondo,
Jiu-Jitsu, and Hapkido.
Hapkido. And you're going to explain one of these days what's the difference between the 3, but not today, but one of these days we'll have you on as a special guest. We'd love to have you do a demo as well.
Thank you.
So Nori, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
To my extreme left, we have Sarah Torres. Sarah is an upcoming author.
Yes.
And she has some amazing titles coming up. Sarah, is there a website where people can look you up or look up your work?
Now, as far as my writing, no, not as of yet. I used to blog for a gaming site.
Okay. No, not yet. But we can just Google you, right? Yeah. Sarah Torres.
You can Google me. You'll see my Model Mayhem account.
Okay.
I do
so SARAHTORES.
Yes.
And if you want to watch Nori's show, Nori is a producer here at MNN, norivision.com, correct? Is it Norivision?
That is personal art, but you can go YouTube Norivision 9.
Norivision 9. Okay.
Or believe.tv/Norivision.
That's a very long address.
Believe is very popular.
But can we just Google you?
Yeah, Google, yeah.
Nori Jung.
Nori Jung or Norivision.
It's so simple, so much good publicity for Google, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nori Jung.
Yeah.
Norijung. Just Google them.
Yeah.
As far as Jill goes, you're welcome to just email her directly with your permission, Jill. It's Jill Camera, JILLCAMERA @AOL.com, correct?
Yes.
And it's right there on the monitor right now. Jill, just a couple of questions before Nori and Sarah bombard you with this. I have a couple of questions. In fact, I need some answers which I can share with our viewers.
Sure.
I know you were teaching in several different schools before, right? Now, you were also Vinyasa director in one of the schools, right?
Yes, I was former director of Vinyasa and hot practice at Yoga Sutra.
Yoga Sutra. And do you still teach there?
Yes, I still teach there.
So if people want to reach you, they want to come and learn from you, they can come there?
Yes, Yoga Sutra on East 39th Street.
East 39th.
Between 5th and Madison.
Okay, East 39th between 5th and Madison. Yoga Sutra, ask for Jill Camera. Don't go to anyone else.
Everyone's good there.
Jill, that's true. I've experienced that school too. It's amazing.
It's a good school.
Jill, you're also an author of a book called Yoga Fan.
Yes. Hopefully there's going to be a new Yoga Sutra fan coming out soon. I'll keep you posted.
The concept of fan was patented.
With the same publisher.
With the same publisher.
Yes,
okay, so it's a Yoga Sutra fan. It's not a collaboration with Yoga Sutra.
No, it'd be Yoga
Sutra.
A little bit more philosophy with the asana. So the asana will still be in there. Asana is the postures, but some of the philosophy from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. It's a foundational text for our modern yoga practice.
Oh, I can't wait. I have a feeling I'm going to get a copy.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to it. It sounds really exciting. We'd love to talk when you have it, when you bring it with you. I'm sure you, I hope you will.
Definitely.
Bring it with you and we'll show it to the folks. When do you expect it to be out?
Sometime next year, meaning 2012.
2012.
2012.
Okay.
Yes. A work in progress, but it's going.
Great.
It's progressing.
Josiane Hurd, our director, thank you so much for holding the fort once more. I know you're flying solo again, so thank you for hanging in there, for bearing with us. Richard Swanson, thank you for being the facilitator for our lights and the sound system today, so thanks for making this episode happen. Sarah and Nori, Jill is all yours for your questions. We have a couple of minutes before we start stretching. Any questions for her?
Yes, I have a question. I was wondering, we imitated certain movements that we do on the mat, like the cat and certain twists, and I was wondering, like, what if you wanted to imitate like the fetal position? It doesn't make it doesn't. Like,
No, that's interesting.
You mean child's pose?
Yeah.
When you're.
I'm sure she's talking about the one with the knees in, I think.
like this.
That's so. You must be psychic because we're going to do a little work like that. Our next session, this session, we're going to do what would I say? Kind of copies of the more traditional asanas, and one of them will involve bringing the knees into the chest. Now again, for a little bit different level of fitness, you'll be able to come into that right on the chair, and that's going to require a lot of core strength, which we'll talk about today. But I'll show some modifications that, again, for a little different variation, that will be close to that.
So
yes,
we could actually do those stretches in a chair at work.
Sure.
What if
yes.
it's a swivel chair?
Well, now remember my guidelines every time,
That's right.
Right.
Lock
I
it
always
in.
say, make sure the chair is stable and secure. Lock your wheelchair wheels. Yes, no moving chairs. Those swivel chairs aren't bad for twisting. You
Right,
can
I can imagine because they'd be moving with us, so we're not getting a twist.
Yeah,
You're thinking you can really twist.
Lori, you have any questions?
I have a
for
question.
Jill?
Jill, when you have like a bad chair give us worse,
Backache.
backache.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So how we can be able to adjust that case?
I think the main thing is not to slump in any chair because ergonomically, I don't know if they've really perfected a chair that keeps your spine at the samastiti angle. So I would say, or work maybe with a backless chair, and then you start using more of your core strength to stay upright. And of course, there's those balance ball chairs. I don't know if anyone's tried them.
I've seen those.
them too. They became a bit of a joke because people were
tech offices in
popping the
California,
balloon.
right? But all these technology offices in California used to use those.
Yeah.
Apparently, it kept the mind alert.
Right,
because you're not slumping
you're
back.
constant, and what you need to constantly bring yourself into balance on that ball, and then you're using your core muscles to maintain your upright position. But I personally have never used one. But I am careful with chairs. Again, just not to round the back to slump down. That's the best thing.
Do you recommend the wooden chair is better than plastic or any other new very soft cushion?
For yoga, if you were going to say purchase a chair specifically to do chair yoga, the best chairs, believe it or not, are the metal folding chairs, and they're sold in some yoga studios. I know the Iyengar Institute sells them because they do a lot of chair work, and they fold and they're light, so you can put them out of the way, but they've got a slight indentation on their seat. The seat is
like a director's
stable.
chair.
More like a folding coffee, not a coffee table, like a gaming.
Yes.
What do they call that?
I know there are folding chairs. We have them here in the studio. They look like director's chairs.
But not with a fabric seat.
It's fabric. Oh, you're not talking
this
about
is a
fabric.
metal and a metal back that goes like this, but no bar that goes across. It's just a bar that goes like this, so you're able to grab onto the bar. You can do some twisting in there and different maneuvers, and they're very, very stable.
Right.
That makes sense because if you have support in the chair, you're gonna be tempted to
Exactly. No matter what. That's why I say you want to make sure wherever you sit, there's a little bit of space behind, or if you have one of those metal chairs, there's no way you can slump because you'll go right through the back of the chair.
Yes, right.
So,
That's very interesting.
That's good.
and they're not that expensive. They're shockingly inexpensive.
How much would they be approximately? 10, 15 bucks?
Right around there, maybe 20. Card table is what I couldn't think of. You know the
Okay,
card table
yes,
chairs?
yes.
You'd have a folding card table,
Yes.
and a table, and then you'd have the chairs that go with
I've seen those,
that type of chair with no inside of the back. It's
Right.
just a bar.
They're not really heavy duty, so we're going to do stretches, obviously, not any tough stuff.
No, you can't do any tough stuff, but they're pretty stable. They have the
Right.
rubber on the bottom, and
I see.
that's what they use in the yoga schools when you do chair work.
Also, Jill, that not only sitting on the chair, we can be able to utilize chair for standing function or something like that.
Or like a balance.
Yeah,
Oh,
balance
like what you're
in
gonna do
yoga.
today,
Yeah.
hopefully.
See what yoga brings clarity of mind, and now you're actually clairvoyant. This is what we're going to do today. So.
Right. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Before
That's
we all
brilliant,
stand
Nori.
up, before we stand up, Nori, you have preempted what Jill is going to do, so now you got us all excited. Before we
right.
stand up and do some of the stretches, chair yoga stretches, Jill is going to take us through. I'd like our viewers to know that if you'd like to come stretch with us, you can email me, banu.suresh@gmail.com, or just go to my website, send me an email. Check out my schedule for September. For instance, this one is being taped in August, so this will be aired in September. By the time you watch this, we have the September schedule out on my website, www.yogaxpress.com. If you come and stretch with us, and only if you come stretch with us, we don't mail them out anymore, you get a copy of Yoga Secrets, which has 2 + 8 ailment-specific cards, and a little postcard that Jill has promised not to go outside the parameters of this postcard. You're not going to keep it simple for us. This has some very simple stretches. Jill, I was especially fascinated by the fact that you pointed out something very interesting, that the spine can move in 6 directions.
6 directions,
And it was
yes.
very clear, and I think that's really helping us understand how we can keep our spine strong.
Yes,
So are we
and
going to do
flexible.
any spinal work today, or we're doing the standing ones today, right?
Yes, this will be a little less focused on the 6 actions of the spine, though we will hopefully end up with our Viparita Karani, the upside down spine.
right, okay.
But this will be more kind of mirroring images of some of the more familiar postures that are on
The
your
balance
48
ones too.
plus,
Okay.
and some balancing.
Okay.
And we're going to focus more on core strength.
Good, we're
So-
looking forward to it whenever we're all ready.
Shall
all
we?
set?
Okay,
All right,
very
let's
nice.
go. Okay.
So, once again, we begin at the beginning, which is sitting up tall and stable on your chair, making sure the chair is stable, and we start in our mountain pose, just to give a sense of centering and a nice centered place to start. And then let's go ahead and do our cat-cow on the chair to warm up. So again, moving a little bit more forward towards the edge of the chair. Again, always watching that you don't slip off of the chair. Make the feet wider apart. Bring your hands onto the thighs a little bit above the knees. And we're going to use our breath. We'll take this into vinyasa, moving with the breath. So we're going to inhale and lift the chest up. And then exhale, draw the belly a little in and dome the back. Again, inhale to lift the chest, coming into the Purvatana, the back bend. And then exhale, draw the belly in as we come into the forward bend. 2 more times like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, ladies. Inhale back to center and find your mountain pose. So let's bring our hands to the low belly. This was in response to Nori's very good question about how we prevent any strain on the low back, and that is making the front back, which is our front low belly, a little bit stronger. Now, close your eyes a second. Inhale a breath. And as you exhale, notice how the belly naturally pulls a little bit in.
Right, yeah.
Got it? And then as you inhale, of course, the chest lifts. Maybe you inhale a little bit more through the side ribs. And again, with your exhale, just notice how that belly naturally moves in. And then we can release. We'll bring our hands onto our thighs, allow the breath to return to normal. and we're going to take a few pulses. So you're going to give a very deliberate kind of squeeze to the pelvic floor and the low belly. So if it happens on the exhale, that's fine, ideal. But just, again, we've got the idea of how the low belly can kind of firm up a little bit. So just go ahead and pulse and squeeze. So you're lifting the pelvic floor muscles up, very subtle movement, and then release it. And then pulse. So you, again, the weaving of the pelvic floor muscles pull up and in, the low belly pulls in, navel goes a little bit towards the back waist, and then release. And then last time like this. So squeeze and release.
This would be
Good.
an amazing posture for someone with incontinence, for example.
Oh,
It
Banu,
really helps.
it's the secret for preventing or therapeutic for incontinence, definitely. Because what you're doing is toning all the internal organs
Sphincters, yeah,
that
exactly.
tend to get very loose and out of shape as
Right.
we age. So yes, it's very good practice to do. And needless to say, we keep saying it over and over again, this is something you could do anytime, any place.
Yeah.
There,
And you don't need space.
you don't need space, and no one's going to be the wiser. So, and for yoga, we call this, it actually has a name, it's called a mula bandha, which means root lock. Mula bandha, mula means root. So for today, we're going to try and maintain that squeezing action there when we can remember, and breathe deeply through the side ribs. So we're going to give support as we go through our movements. So to start, bring your hands to the chair sides, and we'll come into a variation of a pose called Marichi Asana. So Marichi was a sage, and this asana, this pose, was named after him. So level one, we'll simply pick up our right leg and hold it for a couple of breaths. Do you feel how that actually engages the core muscle, the simplest thing,
To hold
right?
it up there.
Yes, yes, and then release it down. And we'll do the other side. Again, if this is too much, you can simply bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and assist lifting the leg. And then lower down. And let's do one more time each side. You can use a little pressure into the chair if that helps, but you want to engage the core strength as you lift the leg up and lower. Beautiful. And then the other side, lift and lower. So we're going to add another variation to the theme. So this time we're going to reach the arms up. So we're adding a little bit of weight to the movement, so it'll make it slightly labor intensive. Again, if this is too much, or if you feel anything on your low back, you simply lower your arms again. So we'll start with the right leg, and let's use the exhale. So we're going to exhale that leg up, and inhale to release it. Exhale, other leg up, and inhale to release it. First side again. Exhale, and release. And exhale, and release. Good, and bring the arms down. So if you wanted to take it a little deeper and you were in good physical shape, this is where you can maybe lean back and take your egg pose on the chair.
This is what will determine what shape I am in.
It's shape and also the steadiness of the chair. You want to make sure.
We don't ever do that.
I wouldn't really recommend it except for someone, again, who was in very good physical shape and had the chair and you wanted to practice. Can you feel how that engages the core strength?
I need to
This
push
is actually
down.
a pose. What did you call it again?
The fetal, I said fetal.
The fetal. This,
Yeah.
yeah, this could actually be Navasana.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Both
if you bring your
pose.
legs up.
Exactly,
too,
or
that's
keep
right.
the legs bent. But again, don't try this if you feel any discomfort on the low back. That's really a super advanced variation on the theme. Good. So let's take our hands, move the buttocks, flush back and away so we get that nice grounding. We're going to move into a variation of Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana 1. That's in
Okay,
your
say
48.
that again.
Yes. Oh, is it in your 48? It might be a different name.
Okay.
It's the extended leg out. The right leg is.
Uttita Pada, yeah.
Yes, Uttita Pada. I say Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana.
Pada Angusthasana. That's fine.
Exactly.
Pada is
Yeah,
foot,
yeah.
Angusta is finger, so it's a toe.
Toe,
That's
exactly.
fine. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Vana. So again, sitting up nice and tall, engage the low belly muscle. So you pull the low belly a little in. Level 1, feel free to hold onto the sides of the chair for a little extra support. Lift the chest. And this time on the inhale, you're going to extend the right leg out. And then exhale, release. And then extend the left leg out. And exhale to release. Now to add on, we're going to use the arms as a little extra counterweight. Reach the arms up. Pull the low belly in. Again, inhale, extend that right leg out. You can point or flex the foot, up to you, and hold here for a few cycles of breath. Feel how it engages the core strength and the thigh muscle a little bit. And then exhale. You can bring the arms and the leg down.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
So when I did that, like when I did this, it felt fine. But when I was like, this, my leg is trembling. What is that?
Yep, because it makes it a little bit more challenging with the arms up. I forget the exact term, but when you're using the arms as weights, as loaded, you're loading the posture
So
with
opposing weight.
opposing weight, exactly. So that makes it more challenging. So we'll finish up with the left side.
And the more you go higher, it more gives the strength, or more you pulling your body, right?
Yes, again, you're shifting your relationship with gravity. Plus, if you're holding your hands down, you kind of compensate a little from the belly strength because your hands work as your lever down, and you have more flexibility, more, it's a little bit lighter. But once those hands are gone, the legs are a little heavier, and you've got to use the core strength. Then when the arms are up, it adds even more dimension to the pose. So we'll do the left side. So you can start with the hands down, extend the leg, and then bring the arms up. That little bit of shaking is interesting. It means that you're using different muscle fibers than you're used to. So as long as there's no pain, shaking is okay. And then exhale, arms down.
So if I was home and I started shaking, I would be like, I better ask what I knew about that.
Again, as long as there's no discomfort on
And
the low
Banu will
back.
call Jill and ask.
Yeah. I'll be like, no, it's okay. The shaking, it means that it's using different muscle fibers that are being unused. So it's kind of waking them up a little bit.
Remember we talked about retraining neglected muscles. This is our chance, Sarah.
Yes, yeah,
He's doing
and that's
this all the
exactly,
time.
that's exactly what's happening. But always remember, engage the low belly muscles so you stay nice and secure.
That's good for the lower abdomen.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. So we're going to take this into a hip opener. Level 1, you can simply cross your right ankle over your left and just let that knee draw out to the side. You can even take your hands and open up the thigh a little bit. But I think we're all up for the next step. So you're going to pick up that right shin, simply place it across the left thigh. Keep your right foot flexing. That helps to protect the knee, brings good action with the two lower leg bones. And then you can sit up here, feel that opening in the right hip. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you fold yourself forward. So you bring the spine into a forward bend. So you should feel it right towards the outer hip, maybe a little bit outer buttocks.
I feel so stretching.
Yes, exactly.
Is it normal that I feel tightening knee area too?
If you feel anything on that knee, I would back off a little bit, Marie. So either come back up, don't do the forward fold, or again, simply fold over.
Well, my knee isn't hurting, it's like back here.
That's still part of the knee. I would back off just a little bit. This is a pretty intense stretch.
I like it though, intense, but
It's pigeon in the chair.
yeah, it's intense, but it seems like really healing something.
Yes.
Pigeon in a chair. I was just visualizing a real pigeon in the chair.
It's intense, but I like
Well,
it.
you know, a lot of the asana names are named after animals and birds, and so
Very earthy.
very earthy, exactly. So let's try the other side. Nice and easy. Again, if you feel any discomfort in your knee, you just go back to level 1. This is very vital. Still opens up that hip nicely.
Let's do this side easy.
Yeah, both sides are very different. And then
Yeah,
come up.
I was going to say the same thing. See, one side cooperates a little more, a lot more sometimes than the other.
Nicely put. Nice.
It's an imbalance in our body, right? So do we need to work on it? Do I need to work on this side? You too, Sarah, right? Your right leg.
Yeah.
That's tighter.
Yes, that was tight.
Mine said the
No,
left
your
is
left
good.
leg
the
was
left
the one
is
that was
tighter,
shaking
right.
before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I guess it matters what it is you're doing.
Very nice.
Yeah, I guess. So we get this over on the
Yes,
side?
so you can do this one, and again, you can come a little bit forward if that is okay, and especially if it's okay on the knee. You get that nice hip opening stretch. So,
folks who wear lace-up shoes, especially guys who wear business suits and lace-up boots, they might find this easier, right? They're always getting there.
it'll be, yes, it'll be easier for them to do
Is
their,
it good for knee or back or how this how the leg, this way, how the
This is a hip opening pose.
Open the
So what
spine.
you definitely don't want to do is use this as a lever on the knee because that's where you'll have a little trouble. So as I said, if you feel any discomfort on the knee, that was a very deep stretch, simply have the foot crossed over and open the hip that way with a little forward fold.
nice.
Beautiful, ladies. So let's finish up with a back bend and a twist, and then we'll come to the back of the chair. This is a variation on Ustrasana, camel pose. Variation 1 will be to bring your hands to your back.
I think we have about 3 minutes. So
Yes,
we'll
and
be
we'll
okay,
just,
right?
I think so. We'll lift the spine up, and I'm going to go right into the advanced variation. If it feels okay, pull that low belly in, ground the sitting bones down, and try reaching your arms up to the sky, lifting the chest. And then exhale, the arms down. Beautiful.
This wonderful.
Very nice, right?
Yes, wonderful.
And we'll finish off with a very quick twist. You're going to take your right leg, cross it over the left. Bring your right hand behind you, and exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, come on back to center. Again, moving with the breath. Yes, we could stay there longer for sure, but just to show the finishing touch, always nice to twist afterwards, cross. So this is a variation on Ardha Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fishes pose. Beautiful, and come on back. And I
We
think
had some standing.
yes, shall we?
Let's do that,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do
Yeah,
it.
ready.
I will.
We'll just move the chair forward.
Yes, we can move the chair a little bit
Stay in the
forward.
line, so beautiful.
This is a really nice way to finish up the pose. Quickly, I'll just give a few examples of, you can always use your chair if you wanted to come into some balancing postures, but we're not going to do that today. We'll do that next time. But we're going to finish off with a pose called downward facing dog, but we're going to use the chair. So you can use the back of the chair if that's comfortable. And to go deeper, I'll flip around and I'll show you how you can use the front of the chair. But you rest your palms on the back of the chair. Walk your feet back about maybe 3, 4 feet. Firm up through the feet, the legs. Backs of the legs should feel nicely stretched. And then allow yourself to drape forward. So you're coming into an upside down V position. And then of course, carefully with your inhale, you can come back up. Walk towards your chair.
Ooh, that feels
Isn't
good.
that
We
nice?
needed that.
Oh yes, it's like the cherry on the sundae.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
really puts
finishing.
everything together.
Nice finishing.
Good.
Very
And we
nice.
do have a
Like
couple
eating-
more standing ones, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'd just like to say thanks to Josiane Hurd, our director. Josiane, thank you for being girl on the spot again. And to Richard Swanson, our facilitator, on behalf of Nori Jung, Sarah Torres, and our special guest today, yoga instructor and author Jill Camera. This is Banu Suresh signing off, and you are watching Yoga Express. Let's keep going, Jill.
Okay. So we are going to turn the chairs this way. Everyone turn their chair to the right. And then just come and stand next to your chair with your right side at the chair. So we can stagger a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the back of the chair for balance. So our right hand's on the chair, left hand to the hip. Turn your left knee out to the side and rest the left heel on the right ankle. Pull the outer right hip in so you
That's okay,
stand up
Carmen.
nice and tall.
You can go in front of the monitor.
And then we're going to pick up the left toes.
Pick up the toes?
Yes, pick
Ah.
up the toes.
The whole foot or just the toes? Oh, just
The
oh,
toes
the whole,
and the foot.
okay.
The foot will come up with the toes, Bonnie.
Oh, I hope so.
So we're using this. This is called tree pose, and we're using it for a little balance. Good. Now, if you want, you could try lifting your right hand away. Just see how you fare. Pretty good. And then put the foot down, hand down, and come back.
That I know how to do. Put my foot down. No,
Yes.
actually, I don't.
Now we're going to take it a little deeper.
Oh,
You're going to turn your left knee out to the side. Maybe pick up your left ankle and bring the sole of your left foot in to your right inner thigh. So this is called